Christmas is a time of year that's traditionally been thought as a great opportunity to spend time with loved ones. But over the last few years, it's become increasingly commercialized. Well, here in Toronto, there's one musician that's fighting back against that commercialization, and he's doing it with his music.
From the roof, a sea of tiny lights.
For the last 6 years, Kris Pedersen has been a busy man in the lead up to Christmas, but he hasn't been taken in by the hustle and bustle at the shopping mall. Instead, he's been busy creating original Christmas music.
The overarching theme is people's disdain of Christmas culture. A lot of people my age and a lot of people in general just get really disappointed that Christmas starts so early, it keeps going so long. No one likes hearing like Christmas mall rock every time they go and buy shampoo. I like to think it gets them into the Christmas spirit more so than, you know, Baby Please Come Home does at, you know, a Walmart somewhere.
All I want for Christmas is to fall in love with you.
And so his songs, while festive, take a different approach to the holiday.
It's festive and, you know, in a not shoving down your throat way. A lot of this project, it's really more about visiting people and, you know, the joy that happens from that than it is about the gift side of things. And there are songs about all of it, but really this whole project, you know, it went from a very insular thing where I was just in my room for 3 weeks recording Christmas music antisocially to a reason to bring all of my friends within the music community in. Whether they're comfortable with it or not, it's great just to say, I'm taking 2 weeks off, come over to my place, we're going to make something happen. It's more of a celebration of community than it is, you know, a celebration of buy-in stuff, which is what Christmas should be.
Putting an entire Christmas album together in only a few weeks is a challenging task, but a combination of hard work and collaboration with friends is the magic that brings it all together.
The songs almost naturally evolved through that, and they wind up taking different turns than I ever expect in the best possible way.
If there were one message that you wanted people to take away from listening to your music, what would it be?
I hope that at least hearing it, the magic of Christmas can stay alive in some way. I know that, you know, when you grow up, it becomes more of a burden, more of a stress, and it'd be nice if for even just half an hour people can go, oh yeah, Christmas is fun. It used to be fun, it can still be fun.
So perhaps this Christmas season, people may start to think about it just a little bit differently if only they could start to sing a new tune. For Sun News Network in Toronto, I'm Harrison Roos. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas home.
What an utterly hideous idea. Kris Pedersen joins me now in the studio, so you can look at me, not the camera. Yes, of course. Why, though? What is the inspiration? You're a nice guy, but it must be more than that.
It kind of started as a joke. My name is Kris Pedersen.
Yeah.
I like to come up with puns, and I thought, oh man, that'd be so funny.
What has Pedersen got to do with Christmas?
It really was just, oh, it'd be funny if I did this.
Yeah.
I just told a couple people it happened once, and apparently once you do something once, you have to keep doing it forever and ever and ever again. So I'm on my 6th now.
Yeah. It's interesting that I know people, as you said in that interview, down on Christmas. I've always loved it. I loved it as a kid. I grew up in a non-Christian home, but I loved Christmas. I'm a Christian now, have been for most of my life, and I love Christmas because of that. I don't find it, I mean, you're buying the kids certain presents, but I love that too. I love them opening the things, and I've never found it to be stressful.
It seems like there's always this kind of sad part of everyone when November 1st hits, and all of a sudden, anywhere they go, they hear Christmas music. I think that's where a lot of it comes from, because everyone likes Christmas from December 15th to the 26th. It's the 2 months, I guess, that kind of gets people down, I imagine. I like it.
You mentioned community, and that's vital, and commercialization being a problem. I mean, I don't mind a bit of commercialization, but it always goes too far, whatever it is, whether it's Christmas or sport, they always take it too far. You didn't mention Christianity, though, which is really the reason for Christmas.
It is, and that's my inspiration from my childhood.
Yeah.
That's, you know, my mom saying, hey, come to church, that's a thing,
right.
Do it. And you know, as I've gotten older, I don't go anymore, but that message has stuck around with me, I guess, you know, years of going.
Well, I could, at Maynard Point, forced you to go this Christmas, but
yes.
You know, I suppose the church has moved on, really, unfortunately. But so the reaction to your music, though, I mean, surely no one can be annoyed. How dare you? There must be general regard for it.
I hope so. I think really my viewer base is not, it's not as much as Justin Bieber has. I have, a couple hundred people that are excited to hear it at most.
There is a middle between Justin Bieber and I mean.
Yes. I think there's a very large cross-section between where I am and where Justin Bieber is. But it's, I think for me, it's mostly I finish this thing and say, well, it's online. Right. You can listen to it if you want to. Yeah. I don't want to force it on anyone.
No, that's great. What are the influences on you musically?
I think for me, in terms of where my Christmas music influence comes from, I kind of like to hone in on like the classic carol, like Choir of the Bells, things like that, kind of semi-sad sounding, uplifting songs of Christmas. I think those are really nice, more than, actually no, Mariah Carey's great too. But
yeah, but outside of Christmas music, any other?
Honestly, I mostly listen to current hip-hop, which doesn't really work out too well for stuff like this.
Yeah, I didn't really check that influence
No, not
there,
really.
I have to say. Yeah.
Nobody really buys me rapping. It just doesn't really happen. So it's
in any sense of the word, apparently.
Rapping presents, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with all this. So the website once again? It's
christiankindofchristmas.ca. That's KR.
All right. We'll put it in the prompter, but just if people want to be reminded.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Christmas. A different kind of cornucopia this time. Christian Noel Pedersen, on earlier, will now perform Black Friday from A Christian Kind of Christmas. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. God bless. Goodbye.
Festive sea and tower lights the sky. 416 Star of David we cry. From the roof a sea of tiny lights. Shore was bright for a Black Friday night. The shoppers have started, clatter begun. A dollhouse for Susie and knitting for Mum. A comic for Andrew, Spider-Man 1. December's not here, but the season's begun. December's not here, but the season's begun.